Well, it is Showdown series and re-release day today. We've got more Showdowns leaked to be on the way here. We've got another massive icon SBC, except it is a center back, so it's kind of like just another center back to add to our teams, but it is a very good card. We've got packs leaked, a bunch of stuff to talk about today. But the first thing I want to talk about is Block Plus, because I talked about it yesterday being like, yeah, I think it's okay, but not maybe the best. But a lot of my comments yesterday were saying that Block Plus is actually like insane for them. And a lot of you guys were like, yeah, I'm like, Div 1 elite player, pretty high in weekend league, and I think Block Plus is insane. So I might just be on Mars for that, but I'm gonna have to just use a little more than Lucio maybe and see if maybe I can hop on that train with you guys. But yeah, anyway, let's go look at content today. All right, let's look at the leaks now. If you guys want to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. The link is in the description. Use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. We begin with our first new leaked showdown here. It is Layla Wahabi. I want to say that's how you say her name. And then Paris, so a Man City, Man United women's game. And the rumor has it that some days we're going to get 2 or 3 of these possibly, which I think is really cool. And that's apparently what Sheriff was saying here. I could try and find the tweet. It might not have actually been Sheriff, so ignore me for a sec. But Bastoni and Lobotka also have been leaked to come for the Inter versus Napoli game. Now, what I would really hope for here is to kind of see potentially a second playstyle plus added to these cards if they happen to win the game, or maybe they can have 2 already, because I do kind of feel like there should be some jeopardy to one team winning or losing. Like, before it used to be a player pick, you could only really pick one player at all. You couldn't complete both SBCs and get both showdown cards. You had to it was a player pick and you had to choose one, which I'm just fine changing that to where you can do both now. But I would like to see a little more jeopardy on it, where like, okay, one card's gonna be like really good if they win it, and not this card gets like a minor boost and both cards are good. I would kind of like to see some jeopardy to it, and maybe that's me being in the minority there. I have no idea, but I feel like that might make it just a little bit more fun. And now we do have the center back Levi Yashin, who funnily enough does actually have Block Plus, what we talked about earlier. But this Levi Yashin card, apparently he is like a pro player card, which I guess would kind of indicate even more that Block Plus is probably pretty damn good if pros are using this card. Yeah, he's like 1.5 mil right now. I'm assuming before the leak he was probably more like 1.8, 1.7. Yeah, 1.89 before the leak even happened, which shows you that, I mean, obviously he's been extremely expensive for a long time. Yes, he's very rare, but a lot of times to hold that price, you've got to be like half decent. He's got Jockey, Intercept, Anticipate, and Relentless. So that is that's a fantastic combo. 99 reactions, 98 composure, 99 interceptions, and he has low stam, but he's got Relentless, so it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, this card looks sick. Is it another center back? Yeah, it is. It's kind of it's interesting because Jairzinho was leaked yesterday, and this card is like, it's pretty hyped up in a sense, but also it's kind of not, because is it going to be the most insane SBC ever? We got a Centurions Eusebio when you think about it, during Team of the Year, which was, I mean, how long ago was that now? 2 months ago, basically, maybe more like a month and a half ago. And Jairzinho at the time was kind of around the same type of card that Eusebio was. So is he going to replace a lot of cards in your team? I don't know. I mean, it feels weird complaining about a Jairzinho SBC, but at the same time, it's kind of like they gave us such good SBCs earlier on this year that it's hard to be like, hey, here's another one that's kind of the same as one you got a couple months ago. And some of you said that yesterday, like, I'm not actually that hyped up about Jairzinho, and maybe we're just in the minority here, but I kind of agree. It kind of sucks. I hate saying that, but the way this game's been set up this year kind of does allow for a little bit of like, hey, it's actually good, but not great, really. But anyway, next leak, Pickett is a Moments SBC. She has 1 arm in game and is blocked from going in goal or taking throw-ins. So we'll be getting our first ever 1-armed SBC. So we'll see what her stats look like, but another left back SBC that most people probably won't be able to even fit in their team unless Pickett comes out and she looks way better than even this. But okay. Also, guys, Rolfo did make an appearance today already. So their first game from when her SBC came out, she's already back in and she made an appearance, and they did win 3-0. So they're already on track for the games. Rolfo's on track for the appearance. Apparently, she has to play 60 minutes in order to actually get the upgrade for the clean sheet. So if she starts one game, she's very likely to get the clean sheet, because if you don't know, they've conceded 4 goals so far this season. I think that's match number 18 there. So she's pretty much guaranteed to get 4 upgrades if she just starts one game here. That Rolfo card will pretty much guaranteed here look either this worst case scenario or best case scenario this, which is I mean, that card's all 90s. We could have an all 90s card before team of the season as an SBC if that were to actually happen. Now, of course, this physical goes from 84 to 90, which probably won't happen, but still, it's 4 inform upgrades. I mean, that's insane. And this card, if you like her now, I mean, imagine in 4 more informs. It's going to be insane. So Rolfo is going to be on that. It's teetering on most complete territory at this point. And also, there are so many SBCs on the way right now. It's actually insane. This whole week will just be SBCs, and that's it. Rasmus Højlund, player of the month. Don't forget him. The 3 showdowns: Joao Felix, Memphis Depay, Alexander Isak, Ben Chilwell for Newcastle and Chelsea, Akanji and Clark for City and Liverpool. We got Paulo Dybala, player of the month. We've got that Jairzinho still. And there's so much more to come. We're probably gonna have daily showdowns all week this week. There are gonna be so many to craft and do that we're gonna talk about next is the pack leaks. And this is why we are seeing a shit ton of pack leaks right now. If I could actually speak, it's because they do not want fodder to just go to the moon because it's such an easy investment right now, right? If you go and look at fodder quickly here, it hasn't moved a ton from yesterday, but I'm still telling you, there's no way to me unless we get some crazy tradable supply of a pack or something, or SBCs of some kind. I don't see how any of this stuff stays the same price when all we have is SBCs to do all week. I don't see how it does that. Let's talk about the pack leaks here quickly. So there's this whole page here about just a bunch of rare gold player packs. We have a 15 rare gold player pack, a 4 rare gold player pack on this page here, and then this one also is an 8 rare gold player pack. So what could this mean? My guess would be some type of upgrade SBC of some kind. That would be my only guess. Could it be like a lower type of exchange of something, like maybe like put 5 84s for 15 rare golds, put 10 and 83s, or like ignore the logistics of what I said, but just along those types of lines, kind of. I don't know, but that's kind of interesting. I'm hoping to get some kind of grind here possibly. And we have so many new packs added, and we do have confirmation here from one thing we're going to talk about right now, and that is, first of all, the Ultimate Birthday is what it's going to be called. The Ultimate Birthday single player pack. It contains 1 player from Ultimate Team Birthday, Team 1 or 2. So that's now confirmed to be 2 FUT birthday teams, which we've gotten the last couple of years, so it's not really a surprise, but it's now confirmation. I know I said nothing in pack this week, and I know we're getting a best of re-release, so there's going to be something, but it's just nothing new to drive up a bunch of hype, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen here. Okay, if you want to read through these store packs, you can. I'm going to like kind of allow you to pause the video if you want to read through them. There are honestly 16 of them to read, and they all have like descriptions that would take a while to read. I'm not going to bother reading all of them out this time. Interesting one kind of is a first half encore grab bag where it includes 1 player from literally any campaign released prior to Showdown series, so September to March. And if that, it's all promo cards, your likelihood of packing something good in there is extremely low, and EA know that. I'm assuming that's going to be an SBC, and if it's repeatable, that would be a lot of fun. That would be, honestly, despite how many bad promo cards there are, just something to put something into repeatably to get a special card would be pretty fun. But obviously, that could just be a store pack that costs $5. I don't know. There's the pack we saw yesterday with the 4 guaranteed winter wildcards icons. That's an insane pack. This one gives you 3 guaranteed promo items from those promos there. The 85 plus campaign mix pack I think was updated to include a couple more promos, I believe, in there. So I'm assuming that will be FUT Champs rewards type stuff. We get the worst version. There's 1 guaranteed icon / hero there, and then this last slide, sorry, is a Prime Gaming pack, a new one, even though Prime Gaming packs are just terrible now. They don't care anymore. So a fuck ton of store packs is the point. And this tells me that, yeah, they know fodder's gonna be in mad demands during this week, and they don't want it to rise up a lot. I think it's inevitable, but they still don't want to do it. And also, we'll probably get some tradable supply of some kind in SBCs, is my guess. Like, we'll get some tradable SBCs to try and drive down that demand that we will see, because there are so many SBCs to complete coming up here. And there is one that I missed, by the way, McCaskill and Dunn. And I will say Dunn, I used her gold card really early on this year. Her Evo was kind of, another really popular card here, but she's actually very, very good in game, so hopefully she can end up winning it. And because her stats are very high, they're gonna have to make this card pretty good, so they probably should be pretty good cards, all things considered. This was an interesting tweet from Donk here, speaking of store packs. What would it cost to open every promo pack currently in the store? 7.975 million coins, or 85,100 FC points, equivalent to 639 pounds, just for today. When you put it that way, it's actually pretty fucking insane. Not that we don't already know EA love creating gambling addicts. By the way, marquee matchups is actually, I think it's almost guaranteed profit right now. Small prime gold players pack for the first segment, prime mixed players pack, rare mixed players pack, small rare gold players pack, and then combining that with the group reward, it's a rare players pack. Pretty sure marquee matchups is guaranteed profit this week, because marquee matchups has kind of been pretty bad recently. People don't really care about it anymore, so I would open those. You can save it for today if you wanted to, or you can obviously open it for some of the expensive cards that are out right now. But last reminder, winter wild cards, FC versus players coming back into packs, any of these guys that are not discard price, I'm probably selling myself. I don't really want to hold on to any of them. Goretzka 175, intercept plus is pretty rare for midfielders, but like 175 for any of these guys, not discard price, I'm getting out. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even Mo Salah 1.5 mil, yeah, I'm out of here. Could they knock it down at all? They could potentially, if, you know, there's like no supply at all being open, nobody's opening packs. But could they also, because Salah be a million coins in 2 days? Yes, the answer is yes. All right, let's read your comments here. Mr. Magor says, I'm stuck with high-rated fodder and I'm forced to use it on players I don't even like. This is just Tot's waiting room at this point. That's kind of the problem right now. They gave us crazy SBCs early on, and then now they're keeping the power curve the same until TOTS. And it's like, you're going to kind of kill the hype of the game a little bit until then, because you can't upgrade your team with too many SBCs. I mean, you just can't. And it's not like you can get enough coins to go and buy Team of the Year cards. I mean, you can't do that unless you literally trade all the time, all day, to get 6 million coins to afford a Team of the Year attacker. I know Sophia Smith's like 3 million, Sam Kerr's like 1.8 or something like that, but you know what I mean. It's so many coins to afford that next tier that you can't really get there without just trading your life away, which most people can't even do. So yeah, I think you're right. It's hard to complain a lot about getting SBCs early on that are really good. And they can do that, just plan it out a little bit better. But if they're going to do it this way, then yeah, it's like either don't give us them at all or give us cards that can improve our team or allow us to be able to actually do that. But I mean, you've heard me complain about this before, but if you're new, obviously this is something that I think they've struggled with the past couple of years. And not to be too negative all the time, because I do think, you know, Tropical Waters Relaxation, you know, does have a long comment here talking about, you know, the good things that he's liked about this promo. And I do think this promo was one of the better ones we've had in a long time. If we get another cup this week, I think that's fantastic. It'll help us get enough fodder to complete the showdowns and all these SBCs coming out here shortly. That's kind of what I try to do. I just try to be as like objective and kind of give my thoughts I possibly can, because you can find any Joe Schmo who praises the game all the time because he wants to act like everything's all fine and dandy. You can find some Joe Schmo who complains all day and does nothing but that. So I try to have a balance, even though I know this year's been overwhelmingly negative, but I try to, you know, find that nice balance between those things, just kind of give my thoughts on what's going on. Rob Futz says, I predict a lot of mediocre showdowns and EA cashing in on evoing them. If this happens, this promo's shocked, I'm gonna be honest with you, because we had that evolution leaked that's going to be a showdown evolution. My guess is it's going to be cards that lose their game you can put into an evo, or maybe it'll be cards that either won or lost their game. But if it's, you know, they make them significantly worse just so that evolution exists, and even if it's free at that point, it's still like just annoying. And especially if it's paid. If it's paid and they do that, yeah, and this promo's shocked. Now obviously we have no idea if that'll happen, but if that is the case, we'll know tomorrow, and you might see me with steam coming out of my ears if that is the case. But I think that is it. Let's hope for a nice day of content and have a great weekend. Love you all. See you over soon. Peace.